So in the first set of presentations that will take place during the first hour segment between now and the time we break for lunch at 1:15, we'll include two presentations, one from Technica International and one from Toyol America. Each of those will have 20 minutes to present. At the close of both presentations, we'll take 20 minutes of questions and answers. I think this is an opportunity, too, for us to recognize the runners-up to these categories. We had a number of organizations that certainly need to be recognized, some of which are here today because they wanted to be part of the process even though they were not in the finalist group. And I'll recognize these in each category as we go into the presentation. So in the small and medium-sized employer category, the runners-up were Fitness and Health International, Victory Consulting, Pure Wellness One, and Brand Fuel. So for those who are in the audience from those organizations, I ask the audience to recognize their good work as well. If I can, I'll ask the folks from Technica to move toward the podium now. I don't know if you have one presenter or two?
No, just one.
Terrific, terrific. And we look forward to hearing your story. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tony Haddad. I'm the founder and the GM of company Technica in Lebanon. I'm very happy, very honored, and very excited to speak to you today and given the opportunity to present our ESP program. It's an honor for me, for my company, and for my country. I guess I'm the only one from the Middle East. I have to look at the faces. So, I hope you'll find the initiatives interesting to be duplicated somewhere else. Okay, let me see if I got this right. This presentation will show how Technica applied the WHO principles of a global healthy workplace by engaging the leadership and the workers in the process, and by designing initiatives along the 4 areas of concern, at the same time making sure that they are innovative, sustainable, and replicable, and ensuring a continuous process of improvement. I have to admit that before coming here, I didn't know much about the WHO except by the name. And I was happy to see that what we did over the 30 years of existence matched somehow what the WHO wanted us to do. And I'm glad that I found this. Well, that was an inspiration for me. I only have 20 minutes to tell you what we did over 30 years, so I'll be quick, but I'll be glad to answer questions later on. So, Technica was founded in 1982 as a small company, family business, small workshop. That's how we started. That's how we are today. 6,000 square meters of factory, and we're working in 30 countries with 140 employees, and we have branches in 8 countries. What we do really is customized, innovative, automated solutions for the packaging and food and beverage industry. We do conveyors for primary, secondary, and for heavy loads. All these prestigious names are our customers. Though we are a small enterprise, what we call a small, meaning that, okay, don't bother, just do what you have to do. You're not a large enterprise. We know that, we understand that. We didn't accept to be a small enterprise, and I have to say that our role model was these names. Namely, Procter & Gamble was one of our inspirations. That's one of our biggest customers. And all what we have done is inspired from the model of P&G in terms of safety, in terms of standards, in terms of quality. The driver for this growth, well, that's basically the vision and the values of the founder. Back in 1982, I was still a young engineer, that's me here. I said, we will grow our company while we promote objectives that are good for the company, but good for the employees as well. And what is good for the company must also be good for the community. At that time, I didn't know that in 1985 there was an ILO convention, and in 1996 there would be a WHO resolution. I didn't hear about Michael Porter at that time talking about creating shared value. But I embedded all these values in the values of the company, and we have a values which is riser, because that's what rises the company. Responsibility, integration, servant leadership, excellence, responsibility, that's our values. We have a BHAG, what we call a BHAG in our strategy map. That's a big, hairy, audacious goal that, yeah, we call it this way. It's not a nice name, but it's work. And it says by the year 2040, we want to be the best employer in town and want to employ the best talents. That's one of our audacious goals. To do that, the leadership has to be engaged, and it is engaged. That's me. I'm standing in front of you. I'm the leader of the company, and I have driven this leadership into the lower levels. Not only we have values, but I instituted a culture, and I said a company, like any individual, has to have a soul and a culture and a heritage to grow. And we created a culture. It's called iTask. iTask meaning I work hard, but in fact, iTask is innovation, is time respect, is accountability, is servant leadership, safety compliance, customer orientation, cost consciousness, quality drive, and environmental respect. That's our culture. These are posters that you see all over the company, in public places. People see them every day, and they have to just get brainwashed with the concept. In terms of leadership, the servant leadership is, I think, that's one of the main driving forces of the growth of the company. That's not my concept, that's Ken Blanchard now. He invented this inverted pyramid, that the leaders and the managers, they're called to serve. And yesterday I was walking in town to go to the St. Paul's Cathedral with my wife, and there was street maps on the street, and it tells you, you are here. There's this small red point that tells you, you are here. And it gives you direction where to go. Well, this is our street map. We're telling our managers, you are here. You're not at the top, you're here at the bottom, and your role is not to direct or to supervise your team, but your role is to serve them so that they can serve the customers which are at the top here. So your role is to serve, not to lead. And it took me some time, but now it's really in place. Every manager in the company knows that he's called to serve, not to lead, not to direct. And this is a very strong concept, because the two main words along this concept for the workers is empowerment and at the same time accountability. So they are empowered, but they're accountable for what they do. And this works. Well, this works basically, if you know the history of Lebanon, we've been through years and years of wars. And without this concept of accountability and empowerment, we couldn't, as a company, survive and grow in this harsh environment. Again, oops, that's the computer here. In terms of leadership engagement, all these concepts, we put them in something we call an ESP. Like we have a customer satisfaction program for our customers, we consider our employees as an internal customer, and we have for them an ESP, Employee Satisfaction Program. This program, the employees have a say. They give their input through questionnaires, focus group discussions, 360-degree feedback programs, organization capital surveys, SER, safety and environmental improvement requests, office of opportunities for improvement, award requests, and they give their input, we analyze them, we take actions, we share the decisions with them, and we let them know what's happening. At the end, there's an index, employee satisfaction index, and the personal satisfaction index that's created. That's a KPI in the HR process, and they know where we are every year. Like the speakers were saying, it doesn't matter if the leadership is engaged. The workers has to be engaged, and we have to engage our workers, and to do that, the ultimate test to see if the workers are engaged is in times of crisis. And God knows how many crises we have gone through. The last one was in 2010, after the financial crisis. We had 2 years of consecutive losses, minus 5% PB. That's not nice. And I had a general meeting for the company. That's one of those. And I said, we want the company to turn around. We cannot continue like this. And we did that. In the next year, we were at plus 15 EBIT. The way to do it? Very simple. I told them, we're going to play a game. It's called, Who Moved My Cheese? Dr. Spencer Johnson. The cheese was there, there's no more cheese, so what do we do now? So everybody goes to his department, draws a list of what he thinks went wrong, This list is gathered, is collected, analyzed by the management. We take actions, and then we proceed to do an implementation plan, and we were able in 1 year to go from -5 to +15. We took very tough decisions. One of them was that we took it in common. In the meeting I said, okay, for the next 18 months, we're freezing salaries, we're freezing compensation, we're freezing bonus, we're freezing everything. And what do I get? I was listening, and I was it for a reaction. Well, in other countries or in other companies, probably a decision like this, that's revolution. And what I get is applause, very long applause. Because at that time I was touched, and I realized that the people are not there just to make the money for today, but they're concerned about their career and their continuity in the company. And I took a commitment at that time, and I said, for the next 18 months, we're not going to lay off anyone due to loss of profit or loss of sales, but we're going to lay off people because we'll not tolerate mediocrity, and because the people who are not able to adapt to the job competencies, they don't have to stay in the company, because we want to make a profit. And we did that. And we froze salaries for 18 months, and we're okay now. And that was a big learning for us, for me and for the team. Am I allowed to drink some water?
You're doing well.
You professional speakers can go on for an hour without drinking. I don't know how you do that. Anyway, some of the initiatives we have done, and again, I didn't hear anything about WHO. That's all my invention for 30 years. I just compiled them for the presentation today. On the physical work environment, we said, most important, safety. There's the safety of the place, there's the ergonomic aspect of the place, and there's preserving the place. So for the safety, we have a safety management system. It's in place. We have a safety officer. You will see her in one of the screens. We have safety buddies. These are auditors that will audit the safety in the factory and on the installation sites at the customer side. For that, we were able to be approved by the multinational companies as one of their global contractors in terms of safety. You see that? We have safety cameras, and when there's a safety incident, we play it back to the team for learning and education. Ergonomically, we got the Lebanese American University in Lebanon to do a study about the ergonomic aspect of the company. And they did a complete study based on which we applied it. The workstations for the operators, the ventilation system, the noise study, and even the chairs. They asked us, and we accepted to replace 70 chairs, which were bought last year brand new, but we replaced them, you'll see the photo, because they were not ergonomic. We did that because we believe that the people have to be relaxed while working to be productive. And again, we have fire alarm system, of course, and firefighting systems. Some of the photos, that's the chairs that we paid, $15,000 for the chairs. That's the safety buddies with the safety officer, the quality manager. That's the audit of the safety. And the fire drills that we do from time to time for the fire prevention. On the psychosocial work environment, there's plenty. There's 3 pages of this, because we believe that that's the most important aspect in the company, and I've seen in the presentation that's an important aspect for WHO. So there's 3 pages of that. We took all the aspects, the psychosocial aspect, and for the team, and we said, okay, on the career growth, we have these initiatives. We're going to do a system and a scientific performance appraisal system. There's a story about the university's professor who used to give the questions to the team at the beginning of the term. And the university said, what are you doing? I mean, these questions, you give them at the end. I said, no. I give them the question now because I'm setting the objectives for them. This is the question that I'm going to ask you at the end of the term. And during the term, I'm coaching them to learn how to answer the question. At the end of the term, I'm asking them if they did learn, and that's my evaluation. And that's the concept we have for performance appraisal with the team. So we have a system for performance appraisal. We do PDP plans, personal development plans, and sales assessment plan. We get outside companies to do online assessment and interviews and develop training program. Some of the people have a life coach. Profit sharing, that's career. On the financial security side, we give them profit sharing. So whatever they contribute to the company, they get 5% out of it. Financial assistance. We have agreement with our bank because of credit rating with the bank that they can get short-term loans and long-term loans guaranteed by the company. And they have a membership card that they can go to suppliers of ours and get the quantity discount that we get, so they can benefit from also the discount of the company. Again, on the job security side, we have equal employment opportunities. 25% of our team is girls. 50% of the top manager is women. And the mothers have flexible working hours. They can come and go when they want. They don't have to give any notice of absence. If they have any emergency at home, they just stay home. Very strict policy of layoff, and I said it and I applied it. No layoffs because we're losing money. Lay off if mediocrity. That's very simple. Life insurance for the people. Now, to get their opinion, we have multiple initiatives. We have focus groups where they gather with the HR and give their opinion and take notes. 360-degree feedback. Opportunities for the disabled. We have 5 technicians who have hearing disability, very active in the company, very motivating. They're very hard workers, incidentally. And they participate in all the activities with translators. Multinational employment policy. We have employment from different parts of the world. And for the morale of the people, we have a company day out. Every year we go, myself and all the team, day out, paid during a work day, lunch, activities, fun, and then we close the day like this. We have musical clubs and we make concerts, Christmas concerts and certain events. And this initiative for recognizing them, to have them heard, and this is about the compensation. We recognize and reward innovation, initiative, and achievement. So there's a reward for innovation, for high achievement. And also we have a policy, a very structured policy for compensation, which is based on the Hay methodology. Our target is to be 10% above the market salary. So whatever the market is paying, we want to pay 10% to retain the talent. That's our policy. All this, once we do it, we survey it. We have an organization capital survey every year. We ask 2 pages of questions, everybody answers, and then we know, we rate ourselves if we're doing well. Some of the activities, that's the day out in Video City, musical concert. That's the hearing disability technicians with a translator translating one of the trainings, and that's the company who have done the PGP plan formulas. Okay. On the personal health, it's a no-smoking environment. We encourage exercise. Healthy working habits, we have a healthy day. Company doctor for vaccination and for special certain jobs, we have periodic routine checks. First aid training with the Red Cross and blood donations days for the team. Some of the activities. On the enterprise, we've done a lot of things. We have asphalted the road to the village and to the company because it needed that. We assist the local university by involving our suppliers. We asked all our suppliers to contribute 5% of our purchases of the last year to the university, which needed some funds, and they did that. We cooperated with the universities to take students for projects. At the same time, it's a good opportunity for interview, for recruitment. We share our blood types with the hospitals. So we have 140 people, blood types shared with the hospitals. In case they have an emergency, they can call us. Forestation, that's an interesting part. This year is our 30th anniversary, so we're planting a tree for every customer, every stakeholder that we have over the 30 years. They will have a certificate with the GPS coordinate that they can look at the Google map. We did a campaign for data with the New 7 Wonders of the World with a link to create a chain. We do recycling for everything. We give it to recycling centers. This year we're getting a long-term loan to do solar power. We'll generate electricity by solar to reserve a little bit the environment, and we have signed the Green Pledge. Here you will see that the forestation certificate for the Global Healthy Work Summit. I'm coming here, so I planted a tree for you. That's your Google coordinates. You can look at it. I have the original here. I can give it to Jessica or to Wolf or somebody. But we do that to have a link between us, the customers, and the environment. That's the Green Pledge we have signed. Innovation. We're very innovative. We moved from responsibility to creating value. Responsibility is a heavy word. Creating value is a lighter word. So it's innovative. We involve our suppliers in our initiatives, and mainly, somebody talked about that, we do fun games. We don't have to do duties. All what we do is fun games. It's sustainable in the sense that we have a committee. That's the committee, all ladies, they report to me. And this committee will meet from time to time, and they take decisions. It's sustainable in the sense that it is in the strategy map. All the initiatives, they're not just talking. It's in the strategy map. That's for 2013, and everything is here. It's replicable. We share our culture. It's in public places. The Minister of Industry was visiting us, and he liked them. And he asked to put them in the ministry, and of course, gladly we did that. Some companies will ask us to send them the poster, and we do that. And we try to replicate. Everything we do, we replicate it to other communities. In 2010, we got a Leia Award, Lebanese Excellence Award, given by the European Union. That's the President giving me the award. And after that, we created what we call an HR club. 32 companies are members today. Our HR manager will share information with them, will share the initiative with them, and will ask them to replicate what we are doing. And the club is growing every year. To follow improvement, we follow the Deming cycle of BCA in everything we do. So it's not like just a one-time, but it's a continuous effort. We have a software, UPulse, to track the initiatives and the actions. Finally, last screen. This is the team in a leadership and team building seminar. We put this philosophy in the company, that profit is not the driver of the company. We're not here to make profit. Profit should be the applause that the company gets from our satisfied customers when they are served by our highly motivated team. So we're not here to work for profit. It will come. It's not a reason. It's a cause. It's an effect. And when you're motivated in serving the customers, when the profit will come, and that's what we've been doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Well done. And Tony, you have the 50-50 chance of winning today.
I know. Well, just one thing. I told my team before coming here, one of two things will happen. Either I have the trophy, we win, or we're second best in the world. So.
If we're to take workplace health into every country in the world, to take it to Liberia, to Laos, to Cyprus, to Ecuador, we have a lot of work to do. They may well already be doing fabulous work that we simply don't know about. Until I came here, I had no idea what amazing work is being done in Lebanon. Come to the small and medium-sized enterprise nomination and category, and there is an additional prize for this section of $5,000 US. So could I ask Technica and Toyal to please come to the front?
Can I bring my team up with me?
Yes. You're welcome to come with me. The judges have said that this was particularly difficult, and they want to grant a special merit to the runner-up. So both, in many ways, are big-time winners.
It's my honor to award the small and medium enterprise category winner to Toil America.